Hey guys, welcome back to the Capital Mindset Show. I'm your host, Austin. Fabio isn't here today. And today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this recent Wall Street Journal article where it's record numbers of men leaving colleges, because this is really a subject that touches close to home for me. So I don't know what situation you're coming from in life or where you've been at in your life. But when I was 18, I was told that if you didn't go to college, you would not be successful, period. If you didn't go to college, you would not be successful, that the college degree was one of the most important things you could possibly get. And that if I did not go to college, to repeat, I would not be successful. And so imagine that kind of a message could have on an 18-year-old just kind of stepping out into life. And then I didn't know what I wanted to do at all in this time period. I did not know what I know now looking back on it. And I really felt as if I was at a disadvantage of sorts, because I went to college and I wasted 3 years there. I wasted 3 years doing nothing and getting myself into debt because of it, to be completely honest with you. So today I'm going to be kind of exploring my own personal experience with college, as well as some pieces of advice I would give to others regarding whether or not they should go to college or not. And so to kind of jump into this, the first and foremost thing I would tell anybody considering going to college is, number one, know what you want to do, because I did not know what I wanted to do. And I bought into kind of this, not a lie, but I bought into this idea that, oh, in college, I'm going to find myself. In college, I'm going to discover what I want to do. In college, I'm going to become a better person because of this experience. And while all those were true to a lesser extent, it took me 3 years before I figured it out. 3 years that I could have taken and have not had gotten into student loan debt because of it. And for those of you who don't know, student loans, you're not able to default on them in the course of bankruptcy. So that is debt. Those decisions I made at that point in my life, all those years ago, are still decisions that will carry lasting ramifications onto my life today. And kind of another thing that I really learned about finding what it is that you want to do is it doesn't just fall onto your lap. Like, it isn't just like one day you just wake up and then suddenly you're like, oh yeah, I want to become an accountant. I want to go into finance. I want to go into marketing. I want to start a business. It's a process by which you're trying new things. You're finding what you do or don't like. And in my personal opinion, I don't really think college is the place to do that, to be completely honest. I think that on your own time, when you don't have these debt obligations, or you're not taking out debt, I think on your own time, that should be what you use to discover what you want to do. And then once you discover what you want to do, if you discover what you want to do, but once you discover what you want to do, that's when you go to college. Because what college can provide you is, instead of like a 4 or 6 year vacation that a lot of people, including me for the first 3 years, to be completely honest, treated it like, instead of that, you now see college for what it is. It's an incredibly versatile tool by which you can leverage all of its resources and then springboard you into your career. Or even if you don't want to work a job, you could leverage the university's resources and start a business. Now, that's easier said than done, and I perfectly understand that. But basically, I wish I had known that. I wish I had known that when I was 18 instead of having realized that now, because I would have saved myself the amount of debt that will carry me throughout the rest of my life. And the other thing about college too, is that a lot of people, they sometimes buy into this idea that you have to go to a 4-year university for those full 4 years. Well, there's other things that you can do. You can go to community colleges and then transfer, which are cheaper alternatives, or you can do dual enrollment within your high school. And so I kind of see articles like this, to kind of segue back to this. I see articles like this from the Wall Street Journal, and I empathize with him because I understand how he feels. I understand how it feels to feel demoralized with these sorts of things, to be told that, oh, you have to do this, you have to go, you have to get the college degree. But then while you're there, you're kind of like, what am I doing here? Why am I taking these classes that are not pertinent to what I'm interested in? Why am I being forced to spend money on these certain classes that I have no interest really in, and that will not benefit me in my career? And I completely understand. I completely understand where you're coming from with that. And so that's why too, I kind of want to also really give a piece of advice here that if you're considering going to college, know exactly what it is that you want to do, what you want to go for, and then get in as fast as you can, get out as fast as you can, and then maximize your entire experience, which includes career fairs, it includes networking events, et cetera, and so forth, business professional meetings, professional societies, all of these various things that you can really do. And then even if you don't decide to go to college, it's okay. It's okay if you don't decide to go to college. Once you decide what you want to do, if college is not a part of that plan, it's okay. It's okay. The college degree, while great, if you want it to be great, is not the be all end all that determines whether or not you are successful or not successful in your life. As much as I heard that message when I was younger. And so when I was 18 and I really went to college for the first time, I really just had this idea that, oh, I wanted to be an adult now. I wanted to leave my parents' house. I wanted to go out when I wanted to go out, spend money on things that I wanted to spend money on, hang out with people that I wanted to hang out with, all of these various things. And really looking back on it now, I wish that the age that I am now, I could go back to my 18-year-old self and be like, man, like, what are you doing? Like, don't do this. And I'm sure that like a lot of you maybe watching this video can really empathize with that too. Like, you know how it kind of feels to just want to go back to your past self and be like, man, like, don't do this. Do not do this to yourself. But also, it's also important to realize too, that even if you made these mistakes in the past, you will be okay going into the future. You will be okay as well. It's just about, you can't change the past. You really can't change the past. All you can focus on is the present and then hope for a better future or make a better future, to be completely honest with you. And so those are kind of my thoughts regarding this recent Wall Street Journal bet. And now I kind of want to go into as well some other alternatives for any young person who's really thinking that college might not be right for them. And that's really starting a business and the importance of starting a business in your 20s, because I feel, in my personal opinion, that could be one of the greatest things that could set you up for the rest of your life. You won't be beholden. If you decide to make these decisions now while you're young, you won't later be beholden to someone breathing down your neck, screaming about deadlines. Instead, you'll be working for yourself. You'll be your own boss. Now, I also understand this is way easier said than done. And there's this whole adage on YouTube where people are constantly kind of saying, oh, you have to get out of the 9 to 5. You have to start a business. You have to get out of the 9 to 5. And it's okay to have a 9 to 5 as well. There's nothing wrong with being a productive member of society as well. Not saying that a business owner isn't a productive member of society, but what I'm saying is that someone who has a 9 to 5 is also a productive member of society. And there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 job. So please do not let people kind of cause, because that was the thing that happened to me too. I really started to realize, I started to kind of get like stressed almost, that I was like, oh no, like I don't want to work this 9 to 5. Like, oh no, this 9 to 5 is terrible. But really, I started to ask myself, a 9 to 5 is not the worst thing. If you have a 9 to 5, it's completely okay. And also too, if you decide to take up a trade as well, that's also completely okay. I know some plumbers in my area that are making like $120,000 a year, and that's okay. He's doing well for himself, and he didn't go to college in essence. So that's basically the point that I'm really trying to drive home here with what I'm saying today, if I'm being completely honest, and if I'm making sense to you guys. And so really here, me and my business partner, Fabio, we really decided to start this channel to kind of almost offer guidance for maybe some people that might be getting into investing for the first time. And we would love to offer free educational resources that you could really take advantage of. So if you've really liked what you've seen here today, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit our website at capitalmindset.org. And I'm your host, Austin, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So take care, guys. Thank you.